Welcome to episode 2 of the Naturally Us podcast. I am one of your hosts, Nyla.
I'm Gabby.
And this is our guest, the lovely Keshava. You can say hi. So Keshava, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Keshava. I am a mom of a 10-year-old little boy who happens to be her nephew. I'm a defense attorney, criminal defense attorney. I've been practicing for about 3 years now.
You're a lawyer?
I know, it's crazy.
Wow.
I know.
We have a lawyer in our midst.
I actually like often I have those moments where it hits me. Like I relive the day that I looked at my bar results and saw that I passed the bar the first time.
Really?
Like very often.
So how was it? How did you feel on that day?
It was like the most amazing feeling. Like so it was one, I had been checking, like, because we found out on Halloween. I had been checking like almost daily to see if bar results are going to happen. I had like played it in my head a million and one times, like, okay, what I'm going to do is when I know that they're out, I'm going to ask my family to gather around and like we're all going to like check them together. And then when the day came, I was like, no, because I mean, what if I didn't pass? I was like, I don't want everybody around me like, oh no, it's okay, Shani. Like I was like, I'd rather just find out on my own. So I'm just in the basement or whatever, and I like start like stand up, sit down, stand up, sit. I'm like just doing weird stuff because like I was so nervous. I was so afraid to check, and I opened it and I like started scrolling fast, and then I started scrolling slowly as I got closer to my number. And then we got to it and it was there, and I just like screamed and like called my dad, called my mom. It was like the most amazing feeling. I felt invincible.
Yes.
Because I didn't.
That's something to be proud of, for real.
Listen, when I tell you Keshava is a role model, and like a lot of people in my life, like they're role model, like not only for being a lawyer, but for being a mom, a young mom, going through law school and undergrad with a kid and still accomplishing her dreams with no delay. Like she didn't do law school in like no 5 years. She didn't do undergrad in no like 10 years. Like she did 4-year undergrad, 3-year law school, got it done.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm proud of my sister over here. Clap it up for Keshava.
Thank you.
Listen, when she passed the bar for the longest, I was like, hi, my sister who passed the bar on her first try.
Like the longest, and then it got longer because after that I started like applying to jobs, and I had like 2 offers that I was considering. So then it became like, hi, my sister who passed the bar on the first try, and now she has 2 offers. It's like, okay, how long is it?
And then it became, hi, my sister. Oh no, hi, my sister who graduated from law school and passed the bar on the first time and got 2 jobs offers. It just got longer and longer. But listen, we're so proud of her. I mean, that's my sister, my role model. I mean, you know what it is.
I appreciate it. I was actually thinking about it the other day because people like often tell me like, oh wow, like we can't believe, or like we're so proud of you for doing all that while also being a mom. And I think about it, and I think about the place I was like before I had DJ, and I'm like, I don't know, it might have taken me longer, you know, had I not had him. Like I wasn't as focused. He like really focused, like helped me to focus and like really zone in on my goals, and like not take excuses and want to get through, you know, through it faster, because I had somebody that I was doing it for, and I had somebody watching me. And then I was like spending a lot of time away from him, so I was like, if I'm gonna be spending this time away from him, it's gotta count. So I actually think like
it's gotta work.
Right. So it's like, I think actually having him made me do it faster.
I hear that from so many people, like how having a kid pushes them further to like be able to do their dreams. Because I know, like me and Jeff talked about, like, when are we having kids and da-da-da. Like, I know if I have a kid now, I'll push harder. And it's like, why can't you push harder now before they get here?
Right.
So it's like, it's just crazy because it's a mental thing. It's like, when you have your physical child here, it's like, okay, now I have to do something. But it's like, before they get here, it's like, okay, I know I have to, but like, I don't have the motivation. And it's just crazy.
Yeah. Can I do something?
What?
I always wanted to do this.
What did you want to do?
Okay.
You're so Listen, this is my sister. She's a goofy. We're all goofy weirdos.
We are.
We're like
a family, yeah.
We're so silly. And the crazy thing is, I feel like Keshava is low key, like on the outside the shyest one, but on the inside, on the inside, the weirdest, goofiest.
Bro, that Titanic video you posted.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, what?
I need to link that Titanic video below because I need to see this. Did you delete all your social medias?
I did. I deleted my social media.
Me and Jeff noticed that because I was trying to send you a tag and stuff. We was like, where's Keshava on Instagram?
A few people have called me like, did you delete your Instagram? I'm like, how do really noticed.
Because we send you videos. Why?
Yeah.
Give us the reason behind that.
No, so at the beginning of the year, you know, and I think I might have told you I did a fast at the beginning of the year where I was off social media. I was only eating fruits and veggies, like in my word, you know, heavy, praying heavy, like things like that. And I was in like such a great place mentally, physically. My skin was clear, body was looking good. I was happy. I didn't know what was going on social media, and that was making me happier. And like I was like, I want to like continue to like return to this place to recenter every so often. So I was like, I'm gonna do like a social media break, and I haven't missed it. Like I forget it. Like I forgot that I was off of it. Yeah,
you know, you could have just like silence your notifications, or just deleted
but
the app, not delete.
You like, oh, let me go see what.
Okay, delete the app, like not delete your account.
Well, another thing is, it's like, but then I'm still getting notifications, or I'm still getting, people are still tagging me, adding me. So then when I do go look, it's like I'm on there for like 2 hours trying to get caught up. So I was like,
because I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people she gotta catch up at least. And it's so funny because I was talking to Gabby and Jeff about Chris. He be sending me TikTok, TikTok. Really? It's like I had to silence his notifications because every time
no, when he watched it,
every time I open my Instagram, it's like 9+ messages from Chris, and then when I open it, it's like 20. Okay, exactly. But then it's funny because it was like that with me and Jeff too on TikTok, because I had to turn my TikTok notifications off, and every single time I open TikTok, 30 notifications.
Maybe like, building up.
Yeah, but sometimes it's also like responding to the TikToks you sent or reacting and then sending more. So it's like, yeah, I get it. I don't think I've ever taken a break from social media. I think I'm really good about if I turn my notifications off, I'm good about not checking the app. Yeah, like my notifications on Facebook are off. I don't check it often at all.
Mine was were never on.
Because Facebook like tells you this person shared a post. It's like, okay, I'm not tagging you. Like I don't want to see that.
Yeah, be making me click because I be clicking anyway. Like what they post.
Listen, I click to get rid of the notification and don't even look. Because and then it gets to a point where it's like the people that you interact with. Gabby commented on Keshava's post. Yeah, it's like, okay, I don't care.
But what they do is they do the people that you do care about, because like it'll be like, oh, Nyla commented on, you know, somebody's post. And I'll be like, what Nyla say? Let me go interact with Nyla on this post real quick.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean, they a little algorithm trying to have you like all on it, but at the end of the day, I don't want notifications.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm the type of person where I don't like notifications. Yeah, so I need to check everything.
You hate my phone.
I know. My sister, 1,000 emails, 100 text messages, like 5 missed calls. Like me, if I have a missed call, I have to click on it to make the notification go away. If I call them back, cool. If I know, it's like, oh, I know why they called me. Text messages, I check every single text message. If I leave a notification on, it's because I know I need to come back to it. But by the end of the day, at the end of the night, all my notifications better be on
zero.
I even check every single one of my emails. Like I'm one of those people.
You do?
Yes, I delete every spam and I check every email. Like none of my emails have unread emails unless it's junk or spam mail. Like I hate the notification. I hate the number. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Because that makes like the notifications do like what they're supposed to do. Because it started off for me doing that. Like, okay, I'm not going to open this because I'm going to come back to it later. But when you just have notifications constantly, then you don't think to check any of them. So, oh yeah. Oh, that's good practice.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into my would you rather. Ooh. So I feel like this is a really good one, only because I kind of thought about it, and if y'all don't think about it, then it's like, okay, whatever, maybe it's good to me. So the would you rather is, would you rather lose your sight or your memories?
Ooh. Sight.
Okay, Gabby said sight.
I don't know.
Something about my sister, she's a thinker, so she's gonna take a minute.
She's right though.
So my answer is memories. And I'll explain once I get to
so memories, sights, okay. Would I rather be blind and just remember everything? Or would I rather see and don't remember?
I mean, but you can create new memories.
That's literally what I was thinking. Because I'm thinking like, if I lose my sight but I keep my memories, I can never see again. If I lose my memories, I can recreate memories. So many times when me and Jeff talk about our memories from when we were young, I'm like, man, I wish I could relive this, or man, I wish I could meet you again. If I could meet every single one person that I love again and re-experience certain things, that would be great. I mean, okay, so I'm thinking like, you'll lose your memories, not your functions, right? So like you would still know how to like walk and talk. Okay, right. So
is it like you lose your memory one time and then you remember everything after that, or you just constantly just have memory loss? So every memory
from my understanding, you lose all of, like from this moment, you don't remember anything, but everything from this point, yeah, you create new memories. That's how I was thinking.
Okay, that's how I didn't know you were saying it like that. Oh, okay, then yeah, that's easy because you can just create memories again. Then you have both memories and sight.
In your sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So memories.
Memory.
I agree.
Yeah.
I did have to think about it.
But
I know.
but if we're talking like lose memory, like period, like you cannot create memories anymore versus sight. I don't know. That was a little harder.
I just feel like anyone who chooses sight, they must have some really good memories that they don't want to lose.
Yeah.
Even though I do have some really
Real
good memories I
ones.
don't want to lose, I just feel like I can create them all again. And I'll forget about the things that are holding me back. Man. Yeah. So, memories.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a good would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
Why did I see this one too?
Okay. 10 minutes into the future.
Or 150?
Okay,
Like,
so
what we gonna be talking
at
about
any
in 10
given
minutes?
time, can you see 10 minutes into the future?
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
150, you can just see 150, like, period. Okay. Because I was thinking, what do I need to see 150?
You would be dead.
No, I know. I would probably be dead. So what is the, like, how is this benefiting me? Or I could see, like, an innovation that happened in 150 years and do it now and make all this money. So, or 10 minutes into the future, I don't know, maybe, like, if you're thinking about having a conversation with somebody and you fast forward 10 minutes and it goes the bad way, but like, nope, I'm not having this conversation.
I don't see any benefit of seeing 10 minutes into the future.
No.
Maybe like 10 years versus 150. But yeah, I'd have to say 150.
150. Just
For
to
sure.
see
Yeah.
everything, like,
Yeah.
change over time. Yeah, I would see 150 over the years.
See,
Or-
I'm still debating. Because
What you want to do in 10 minutes?
I don't know, like, what would I do in 10
like,
minutes?
oh, imagine in this moment, what we gonna be talking about in this podcast in 10 minutes. Like, that's not.
You're right. I don't know. Okay, maybe. But the thing is, like,
And you only get to do that one time. So, in that one time would just like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna have, right, I'm not gonna have like the conversation, like, oh, you don't wanna have this bad conversation. That will help you in that one conversation. You go 150 years into the future.
Okay, 150
Take
years.
somebody's invention idea. Girl, you set for life.
Yeah, that reminds me of,
Yeah.
what's that Robinson movie? The kid.
Meet the Robinsons?
Is it Meet the Robinsons?
Yeah, Meet
that,
the
that
Robinsons.
reminds me of that. Because he was like his younger self and it wasn't 150 years, but he saw himself in the future,
yeah.
like how good his business
You
did.
just had to keep it going.
It did.
Those are interesting. I haven't heard any of either of those before.
Okay, I got one more.
Okay.
Would you rather buy 10 things you don't need every time you go shopping, or always forget the one thing that you do need when you go to the store?
If I have the, capacity to, of course I want more.
But you never get what you need. You're always going to need something.
Wait, no, you said buy 10 extra
No,
or just
no.
one?
Would every single time you go to the store, would you buy 10 things you don't need, or would you always forget the thing you do need?
Wait, what? Because you're basically saying that either way, I'm not getting what I need, right?
Yeah. So
And
like,
one time I
would
was
you
getting
rather
one-
get what you need? Like,
So the first scenario is either you go to the store and you get 10 things that you don't need, and you also don't get anything that you do need. And then the second scenario is you get everything that you need but one thing.
Yeah, that's how
Is that
I
what you're
heard
saying?
it.
I'm highly like, why you be making it so difficult, Keshava?
you really do. Think about what it is. Because at this point, we all interpreting it. Like, we're reading it. Would you rather, listen this time, buy 10 things you don't need every time you go shopping, or always forget the one thing you do need when you go to the store? So let's say you go to the store, you only need one thing. Every single time you walk to the store, you always forget. You always forget. You only need one thing, and you always forget every single
But
time
you're
you walk to
never
the store.
getting what you really need. Like,
Exactly. You're not
So
getting
lose-
what's in this
lose
scenario.
situation.
I know. So like, would you rather get every single time you go to the store, get 10 things you don't need, or walk into the store and always forget what you do need?
Either way, I'm not getting what I need.
Exactly. This is the point
Okay,
of the would you rather.
so this is my thing. If I'm going to the store and I'm not gaining anything, but I'm forgetting the thing that I do need, versus going to the store, not getting what I do need, but still getting some other stuff, I'd rather get some other stuff.
Some other stuff.
And I need
That's the stuff I do need.
I'm gonna find a way to need this. Like,
Nah, y'all about to be getting some knickknacks.
I'm gonna trade it. Right. Oh no.
Household items, decorations.
Clothes, shoes.
Mhm. That's what I would need.
I think I would always get some knickknacks that I don't need.
Like, I do that now.
I do that now too. Like yesterday, I was kind of just like by myself all day. I went to go to Best Buy to get this camera, and then I ended up buying it on Amazon. But I saw DSW right next door. I was like, I don't need any shoes. Let me just walk in there. I know I didn't buy any, but I was like, what can I have? I was just walking through the store, and then I was like, oh, these would be cool. Because I was thinking about Eli's wedding, like, oh, what shoes would I wear? But they didn't have any.
That was a good train of thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do need it.
So Amazon overnighted this to you?
Yes, girl.
The camera?
So Amazon.
Yeah, but I know they do that with cameras. Usually when I get it, it'd be like something that's like small and meaningless.
They overnighted. Okay, so there was one that they called an overnight, and the overnight was this blanket and the screen protector for the camera. The other blanket and the actual camera just said it'll be here by 10 tomorrow, and then it got delivered at like noon.
Dang.
I know.
What is the screen protector? Is on that what we're looking at?
Yeah, it's on the screen part.
I'm so old. I didn't know cameras had.
You are not that old.
I didn't know cameras had screen protectors.
Yeah, she only 27.
I'm 27. I'm about to be 28.
Dang, you about to be 30.
I know.
Why you brought it up so much?
I know, right.
That's what I do. I was telling my friends, I was like, dang, we almost 30.
Literally. 5 years.
Wow, Sha, how did it feel when you turned 25? Was it like a big deal for you?
Yeah.
It was?
It was like, oh, okay, shoot, this is the second part of the 2020s. Like, I gotta be serious now.
That's how I
It ain't just fun. Yeah.
I was like, dang, I'm getting close to 30. I got
right.
Time to get serious.
Time to get serious about our adulthood.
Right.
What did you do?
I feel like when you're 25 and up, you're like senior. Like you're this, like you get freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Like if 25 and up, you're the senior of the 20s.
Like,
yeah, oh, right, you gotta take 20s serious because when you get to the 30s, boom, you're in college. Like it don't make no sense.
No, the crazy thing is when you turn, because they expect us to be like adults straight out of college. We graduated college at 21 years old. We're young. We were teenagers in school, and I just thought about that. I was like, because I still kind of think of myself as young. Like I'm
19.
I still think
you're 25.
Like I still think of myself as young. Like I still think of myself as fresh out of college, even though we graduated with like 3 years ago.
So
like
funny.
I still think of myself like that only because like I feel like I still look young. Like
yeah, that's probably another factor. Yeah,
I absolutely feel that.
And they expect us to like have our whole life like together right after college. It's like we're only 21.
Yeah.
Like my dad says all the time, you're 20s, you should be broke. You should be figuring life out. You're 30s.
I don't want to be broke.
I know, but he was like, you shouldn't be worrying about money and like being depressed over like, oh, I don't have money. He's like, no, you're supposed to like be figuring out like
sure.
Like all these celebrities and stuff that have money.
People don't make it until their 40s for real.
For sure.
My dad told me his 30. Well, when he got 35, that was like his prime. Yeah. So I'm ready for that.
No, for sure. Like my dad's always says, if you do your 20s right, or you take you do your 20s right, when you get to your 30, you set yourself up to have like a great 20s and great 40s, because you're right. Like 20s ain't about like, oh, I need to have all of this. I mean, by later 20s, like yeah, sure. Like if you can purchase a home, do all of that stuff. But that it takes time. Like you shouldn't it shouldn't be a lot of pressure on you because you don't have a house, right out of college. Yeah. I actually do think that and this is something I noticed since I got out of college. Thankfully it wasn't the case for me because I went to grad school right out of college. But college needs to do a better job with transitioning people into the real world.
100% agree.
Yeah, I've noticed like there's like a real depression that people go through when they graduate college, and it's like, okay, now it's because like when you get out of high school, it's like, okay, now I get some freedom. For the people who get financial aid, I was one of them. That's like a little bit of a cushion like that I can rely on. But after college, it's like you're not going to school again. Like you're not getting another Pell Grant. Like it's just right, and you got that credit card debt that you accumulated, in college, and now you got to find a spot to live because campus housing ain't it no more. And like finding a real world job, and I don't feel like college does a good job of making sure and guaranteeing. That was one thing I appreciated about law school. They made sure, like they did what they could to make sure that we had jobs out of law school. College doesn't do that, and like I see that people transitioning out of college, deciding whether to stay in the city that they went to college or moving back home, go through a small depression. Some of them go back home, some of them don't have jobs. Some of them are just like, okay, I have this broad degree in philosophy, psychology, what am I gonna do now? Like it's like, so
I feel like for me, my school, they were so heavy on us going into corporate America, but for me, yes, like corporate Fortune 500 company, you had to like internship. You needed 2 internships to graduate. But
that's dope.
For me, I did not want to go into corporate America. I'm like, this time my way. But I still enjoy business, But I feel like my school kind of did a good job with that. Well, for other people, but for me, I don't want to do corporate America at this day. But
I feel like. Go ahead, Shabby.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, did they set y'all up though? I know y'all had internships. Did they like set y'all up? Did they have like it scared me. On campus interviews.
Yeah,
like they had relationships with companies. That's really good.
What, career fairs? We had all that.
They do need to have other options though for people who don't want to go corporate though. Yeah.
I feel like there are certain programs at because I went to Michigan State, so there were certain programs at MSU that I feel like really built people up for success. For example, the teaching program there. My friend was a teaching, like, education major, and they had little cohorts of people where they would like be required to go into schools and to like dip their feet in the water a little bit. I was in a medical degree, like I was human bio neuroscience. I feel like in order for that program to work, they should have required us to internship at somewhere in the medical field, or even go in, or volunteer internship somewhere at the hospital or a clinic, or even do some sort of lab, like clinical research outside of classes. They didn't do anything for us. They had those classes, but they didn't push us out into the world. Like, and I feel like that's where I personally felt a lot behind, because I felt like I was one of the only people that I knew pursuing a medical degree, and I feel like no one in my life gave me the framework to how to like live and do this. Like, I didn't know that you should do this and you should do that. I was just told get good grades in class. Like, that's literally what I was told. So that's what I tried to do. But I feel like after I graduated, medical schools like to see that you got some medical experience. Like, they want to see volunteering, they want to see clinical experience, and I didn't have any of that. And I feel like colleges for sure need to do 100% better with just pushing and like preparing you for the real life. And like, I don't even think 100% college is needed nowadays, because I feel like there are so many people that like have that go to trade schools and pick up on those things that are doing well for themselves. Like, I don't know, I just feel like if I was to be in, like, if someone would have shown me the way, I would have either maybe changed earlier or been more prepared. And I just feel like it just didn't prepare me personally.
I hear you. To add on to that, with one, I hear you on the trade school. I'm still an advocate for college.
No, I'm an advocate for college, but I'm also an advocate for, if you don't want to go to college, you need to have a plan. Like, I don't want you to be like, I'm not going to college because I don't want to, but I want to be a business. I just want to make my own, like, how are we going to do that?
I do agree with you though that colleges need to do better with preparing people. One, knowing like the types of things you need to be doing in college to prepare yourself, like if you want to go to like grad school, or even just for jobs, if that's what you want to do. Also though, getting that, you know, hands-on experience to know that this is what you want to do. Like in law school, they require that you do clinics. So I was actually representing people in law school. I had to, a clinic was required, and I got to choose. They had like a housing clinic, immigration clinic. We had a criminal trial clinic. We had a criminal appeals clinic, a bunch of different clinics. For us to get some hands-on experience actually doing, you know, what it is that we're doing. And I think that they should have done some of that in college too. Too many people went to law school. One, law school is expensive. Two, undergrad is expensive. Undergrad is expensive. But law school is expensive. It's also, you know, not that fun. A lot of kids don't know, like, this is an attainable goal, or that somebody like me can do this, or that I even know what this is because I don't have people around them doing it. So, like, if you expose them to certain things, they know that they can do this. And I think that colleges need to do a better job of doing that as well. And I know that there are career fairs, but I think you need to do a better job of like letting students know, here are all of the lots of options. And I also put that on students too. There are career fairs. There are clubs where, like, I knew I wanted to go into law. I joined our law club, our whatever, our pre-law society.
We had a bunch of clubs. We had NABA or stuff for accountants. It was just a lot that you could join.
But I feel like some people aren't that, like, they don't put themselves out there, because I was one of those people. Like, I didn't put myself out there. Like, I wanted to so bad, but I was just such an introvert. And I was like, I was very shy. And the crazy thing is, something in me changed, because I keep all my emails. I would literally, like, me and Jen be laughing at me about how, like, I used to be when I was younger, literally emailing celebrities, emailing my teachers. Like, my teacher gave me a 92 on the test and I really got an 82. I literally emailed her, hey, you accidentally, like, da-da-da-da. And Jen was like, you irritated. I know, but like, that was me. I would always speak up for myself and always go out of my way. My teacher put me in the regular math class, and I told her, I was like, I'm good enough to be in the advanced math class. I was in the advanced math class, and I ended up only having to take one math class in college because I was in advanced. So I used to speak up for myself. So something happened to me in college that I haven't pinpointed, that kind of shut me down, that didn't let me like explore things. So I wanted to be a part of groups and clubs and stuff, but I didn't do it because I guess I was just afraid of rejection, honestly. Like, I was scared to make friends, scared to talk to people. I don't know. It was just, so some people like me didn't do that. Like, even though they wanted to, they didn't. And then there were, and I knew that there were career fairs, but I chose to work instead. Like, it was just those decisions that I made.
Yeah. And I think when you get to college, like the older you get, like the more freedom you get, and like the more your life kind of sort of falls into your hands. And like in college, it gets to that. It's like, it's here. You just got to come get it. And I hear you. I feel you. I think that's on a place of the person though. Like, you gotta want it bad enough to get out, go out there and get it, because it's there. But yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, be hungry for it.
Yeah.
Yep, college really does. It just changed us a lot. Yep,
It does.
So, like, from your experience from like high school to college, do you feel like you like made friends, kept friends, or like lost friends?
So my experience from high school to college was a little bit different. So I got pregnant with DJ my senior year in high school. It actually is crazy because like college was something I always looked forward to. Like, I don't know why, but I always looked forward to like having a roommate, living on campus, like, and then I found out I was pregnant, and then I was like, okay, so we're not gonna you know, be able to stay on campus or whatever. And I still went to college. I had, like, you know, my school best friends, and some friends from church, you know, prior to graduating. I had my son 2 months after graduating, and then after a month after that, I started college. Now,
Superwoman.
oh, thank you. Now,
Because who takes 1 month off and then goes to school?
I know. I mean, they started in August. He was born in July, so it was like, well, we got no choice. Yeah. So as far as like making new friends in college for me, especially those first 2 years, it wasn't really because college, I had a newborn baby, so college was about either online classes or in person. First semester I did online, then I did in person for the rest of, you know, my time. And it was about going to class and then coming home to the baby. Like, I had to pay for childcare, and I could get the school to, you know, cover some of it, but they would only cover the hours I was in school. So it was like, if I only real time I had away from him was, you know, while I was in classes. So it was just class, you know, home, work, home, or whatever. And then the last 2 years of college, I worked at IM West, and he was a little bit older, so he would come to work with me. More people were taking him. So I made some friends at IM West.
Were they like lifelong friends?
Lifelong friends. Did I make? I mean, not close. Not close. Yeah, so I wouldn't say I made any close friends in law school, because my life was literally DJ. It was work, school, DJ.
You mean undergrad?
I wasn't, undergrad, yeah. So I didn't participate in, I participated in pre-law society because I knew I wanted to go to law school. But like, I didn't go to like, I didn't even go to like Black Grad. I didn't go to like homecoming, anything like that. I rarely went to the games. When I did go to the games, I was working them, like working concessions. Yeah. As far as my high school friends, so I want to say there's one that's really close, that I'm still really close to, and like maybe like 3 that I'm moderately close. Like, we keep up and we have a really good relationship, just like different type of people, so it's not like somebody I talk to daily. Right out of law school though, right out of high school though, after having DJ, my friends, like, they ain't messing with me no more. I was like, I was the only one with a baby, so I just wasn't fun no more. So like, they slowly distanced themselves. Yeah. Not that anything was wrong with me, it was just like I couldn't do the things that they were doing. So those relationships, yeah, didn't really last. One is one of those kind of sort of moderately close friends. Another one came back into my life like a couple years ago, and we're really close. Her son is my godson, so that's kind of sort of that. Law school though was different. I made a whole lot of friends in law school, and like some of my closest friends, okay, you know,
so do you feel like your friends in your like more adult life are just more long-term?
Yeah. So you talking about my law school friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah, no, they're long-term. One, I think in law school, DJ was older. He also, you know, stayed with my mom, you know, most of the time that I was in law school. Like, she kept him all throughout the week. So, and I was very involved in law school. I was the president of our Black Law Students Association. I was doing, you know, interviewing for faculty, staff. I was a part of moot court. I was like on boards and stuff. So I was high up and very involved in the school, in bar associations, things like that. So like
Superwoman.
Yeah, thank you. So like I met a whole lot of people, and also because I was also really shy in undergrad. I learned to network in law school and learned to get out there because I understood like you're not gonna make it in this business unless you talking to people. Yeah. So I made a lot of friends. I made a lot of friends in law school. I also think a part of it is that like they're just like me. Like, I don't know what it is, but like lawyers, like we think differently. And I think that sometimes we can be hard. Like Nyla's like, okay, Keshava thinks a lot. So Gabby, you go ahead and answer the question. Because we do.
I know how she is.
We do. And like, they understand me. Like, my law school friends are like me. So I think that's another thing. Like we're kind of like a lot of like.
Y'all relatable. Y'all can relate to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So Gabby, for you, do you feel like, do you still have high school friends, and did your college friends last 3 years later?
For me, I don't know what happened. Like, me and my high school friends, we were talking every day for like the first 2 years. Then the third year came around and it was like nothing. And I don't know what happened. Like, we just stopped talking. Yeah, but I would say we're not as close as we used to be. I mean, we're not really close at all. So I think my college friends are more of my lifelong friends, unless like, you know, Erin, of course, like, that's my god sister. But my college friends are definitely my lifelong friends. I met them through organizations, through a program I was in freshman year, and just being out there, honestly. But those are my lifelong friends. They're not going anywhere. They stuck with me, just like Nyla. Everybody stuck with me.
I don't even know that I have ever met any of your high school friends. Who were your high school people?
Girl, I remember one time I ran into Gabby at some festival downtown, and I saw her friends for the first time. And I was like, I just realized this is the first time I've ever seen any of you guys.
I don't remember that. What was it?
Girl, I can't even remember. I feel like
was it single?
It might have been Silver Bells. It might have been Silver Bells. Like, we just ran into each other, and then you were with your friends, and in my mind I was thinking like I had never dated you.
Like, outside just to my friends.
Right. Like, who are you talking to? Like, I should be your only friend. I should be your only friend.
Right. They, you know, we have each other on social media and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, y'all don't hang out at all now?
No, we don't hang out. We don't talk at all.
Like, are they people that you would, like, you know, start hanging out with again, though?
I don't know. I feel like college changed me.
Just in different places.
Yeah, especially going to a HBCU, you see things differently.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask, were those friends black?
Who?
From high school?
No.
Okay, so do you feel like that has
No, let me tell you this story. You know, the Mike Brown situation, one of the girls had said something, and later on throughout life, I remember what she said, and I'm just like, yeah, that wasn't cool at the time. And that was me now saying, you know, I would have checked her for it, but back then, I didn't know.
Did you bring it back up to her, or you just kind of took a mental note and was like,
I just took a mental note and was like, yeah, nah, this ain't what it was.
Were you in college at that time or high school?
High school.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, I feel like I'm super opposite like both of you. I still have high school friends. Like my core friend group are from high school. I rarely made friends in college. Like I met Jeff, my husband, in college.
Well, what stopped you from making friends in college?
I told you something in me changed in high school where I stopped being outgoing. Like I just kind of was like closed off. In the books, in my own world. I was literally working, class, like all this. Like I want to say, okay, so yes, I made some friends from I Am West, but other than that, I met Jeff and Shayna. Like those are my only other two friends that I like keep in contact with. And I mean, I wouldn't even consider Jeff a friend because I freaking married him. So Shayna, like she's my only other friend, and we don't talk. We're not as close as we were in college, but I'll still reach out to her when I'm thinking about her, invite her to places if I'm like having an event or stuff like that. But like my high school friends are like my core friends, and it's crazy because me and Gabby were talking about this a couple months ago. The feeling of like security and feeling like this is just comfortable and familiar. So like am I holding on to those friends because like I've been friends with them for so long, or like have we outgrown each other? Like have you guys had any of those experiences with your friends?
That's one of my questions. Like what do y'all do when y'all feel like y'all outgrown?
So I was actually just gonna say that when Gabby was talking about like going to college and she went to a HBCU, I was like, yeah, you kind of sort of really do, like you see in college, like people kind of sort of go, like they join their clubs. You got you in law school, you got your Federalist Society, right? Like and like but you kind of sort of see people like go their separate ways, and you realize that you're really different from people.
It's changed. It's crazy. It's a crazy feeling.
Yeah.
And it's scary for me to like think about these people not being in my life because I felt like I've always pictured them there. But as I get older, I just see our lives just growing like we're just growing apart, not like
in a bad way.
It's not a bad thing because we're just adults. We're all like creating our own lives for each other. So it's just kind of scary sometimes for me to think.
Yeah. No, I actually had this conversation recently with somebody because there's a friend in my life who I think that we're kind of sort of growing apart. But it's like this person was like very present at a very, very like
important time
in my life, and I kind of like you. One, partially feel like I owe it to them to maintain like that loyalty and that friendship and that closeness. Yeah, but like so I had that conversation recently, just like, okay, how do you, when you feel like you're growing apart from someone, and it's a person that you value and you love them, and you don't necessarily want to cut them off and be like, hey, I don't care about you no more, because you do, but I also can't be this close to you. It's like draining. It's like mentally, emotionally, physically draining. I feel like I'm forcing myself.
You kind of gotta just dead or in a friendship or just distance yourself.
You don't cut them off like that. She said that's when you just cut them off.
Listen,
you leave them. It's over.
Gabby's such a different person. I be telling Gabby when I be going through, she's like, yeah, let's cut them off. I'm like, and then she'll check in with me a couple months later. Yeah, so we had a conversation. She's like, you never gonna let them go.
That do be Nyla. They are, because Nyla is like that. Nyla don't let nobody go.
Because my thing is like, my heart. Like I can't be the one to like end the friendship. I'm like, if it ends, I want it to end naturally or because of you. Like it's never gonna be my fault.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't think it has to. So, and that's one thing I was learning when I had this conversation recently about my little situation or whatever. It's like you don't have to end it. You just redefine those boundaries. That friendship's just gonna look a little bit different. I mean, I think it's maybe y'all talked all the time, y'all hung out all the time. Maybe that's like once or twice a week or once or twice a month type of conversation. And hey, let's check in and hang out once a month, have dinner or something like that. But like I think it's imperative that you protect your mental health. But yeah, no, I think it's very important. My dad has always said this. You don't never burn any bridges.
Yeah, so that's my main thing. Yeah. My dad gave me that piece of advice. Yeah. I couldn't, in my mind, can't cut it off.
And that's the thing. I think we're using the wrong word. You don't have to. There are ways to like end relationships or change the way relationships look without in a good way. Like, and the thing is, if you're feeling that and somebody said this to me recently, if you feeling that relationship is strained or it's not the same, that person's probably feeling that too. You're not the only one.
Yeah. What if they don't feel it though?
I had a situation where they didn't. They thought everything was good on their end, but I was just like going through the motions. Like I just had a conversation with her the other day. She was like, "Wow,
I know you're talking about it."
And both of you are thinking about. And the crazy thing is, she sensed that I was distant, but she just thought, oh, she's just working on herself, or like no, she just thought that I was doing that for myself, but. When I was going through this whole year, it was a year of like mental battle of this friendship. She was like, "Wow, I didn't know," and I was thinking, I was like, "That's because I tried not to like."
I feel like you should always just go to the person.
But that's different because that wasn't even like we're growing apart. That was a specific situation that offended you. So in those situations you do say something.
And also my thing is, I feel like in the past I've been so quick to like make decisions and so quick to act that I've really been trying to be intentional about like marinating in the situation and like making sure that I think it through, talk to people to make sure I'm not in the wrong or that I'm valid in my feelings and just get opinions. So that's why it took me so long to address the situation because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't being wrong, I wasn't being sensitive and stuff like that. So I am all about addressing it. Like I'm never one to just like let it slide. Like I want to address it, whether that be a year from now or like immediately. Like I want to address it. I just want to do it in the best way possible because my end goal, I never wanted the friendship to end, and I had to like think about that for myself because there were points where I was debating like, do I want this friendship? Is this something that I've outgrown? And then when I came to the decision that I don't want the friendship to end, I was like, well, how do I address it? And it's like, how do we redefine our friendship in these new in this new lane, because I feel like I've grown so much within the last year with the things that I've been through, conversations that I've had, experiences that I've had, that I feel like I just needed to like openly express and kind of like validate and tell her how I felt. And the thing that she said to me was like, I thought it just wasn't a big deal, but then she's like, I realized that it was a big deal to you, which means I should have acknowledged it as being a big deal. And that was pretty big for me, because it's like, even though something's not a big deal for the person, for someone else, if someone else is making a big deal, obviously they care about it. Like, have you ever had a situation where you remember so detailed something that happened, but the person that you're talking to, like, I don't remember that happening? They remember it so much because it meant so much to them and it had an effect on them. And so, like, that's just something that I really had to take. Like, I just have to make sure that, like, I kind of my mind be going a million miles. So one thing that Keshava said when I was younger is, like, before she has an argument, she literally has to write down all her points. She needs to make sure she hits all her points, or she's gonna restart the argument, because I didn't say this point.
And another thing, hang up on them and then call back. And another thing, don't do that. That's so toxic. But I don't do it anymore.
but I took that to consideration when it comes to, like, points I was making. I was like, okay, Nyla, write everything that's hurting you. I was like, I need to address this, like, even though it's over, because rule in me and Jeff's relationship is if we address something and we talk about it, that's the end of it. Like, we're not bringing that up again. That's how I want to do in friendships. Like, if I address something and I have a problem with you, I want this to be the only time we talk about it. So, like, let me make sure I get everything out, because if I don't get everything out, I'll be like, dang, I didn't say this, and it's gonna be thinking about my mind, like, oh yeah, by the way, like, I just try not to do that. So I just really want to, like, take my time and, like, make sure that I'm, like, really going about it the best way.
Well, you were talking about, like, how to, like, redefine relationships, and I don't have the answers to this, because this is something that I'm still figuring out on my own. But the way I've been doing it, it's not like a sit down and have a conversation. Like, okay, so Nyla, I noticed that we are not as close anymore. So I think it's time for us to take our friendship back to the drawing board, and we're gonna redefine. So before, I don't think it needs to be that. Yeah. It's just kind of sort of like, I think, like, for me, I just let things naturally happen. Like, if it's a lot for me to talk to you every day, maybe I just won't text you first every day. Like, maybe I just won't, like, if it's too much for me to hang out with you, like, see, there are, like, some people that it's like, I can't be around you every day. Maybe you ask me to lunch tomorrow, and I'm like, okay, I'm actually gonna do this instead. So, hey, I can't do it today. Maybe the day after that. So I think just, like, naturally just kind of sort of creating your boundaries. And like I don't know. In my experience, like, usually when I feel it, the other person feels it too, and it just happens more naturally.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm curious to see with y'all subscribers, like, how they handle outgrowing friendships, because I don't think it's healthy to just cut a person off.
I don't either.
But it's also not healthy.
Good reason.
Yeah. No,
That's one of those reasons.
That's different. Yeah. So that's different. Like, I'm specifically talking about just outgrowing each other. When people are doing you wrong, that's different. Yeah. That's different.
I just be like, I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah. You was giving them money? You was giving them money?
You know, I be not too nice when it comes to stuff like that.
Gabby, can I get $1,000?
Huh?
Can I get $1,000?
Okay, now you ask me.
Okay, now you're doing too much.
$10, $15, $20.
$29. Now you're 21.
Well, yeah, other than that, I'll think about a friendship. You know, if we've been friends for like 5 years or just a long time, I'll think about it before cutting you off. But when it comes to money, I'm strict on that. You can't be. I'm not a bank.
Not to be
using
you.
mom. Yeah.
Go right. You ain't nobody's sugar mama.
I'm not. No, that's doing too much.
Yeah, I hear you. So have you ever had a time though that you thought that you, like, outgrown somebody? Not somebody that was leeching off of you, but, like, you thought you outgrew somebody?
I think I had a friend who outgrew us, and that hurt. I was like, why you didn't just? She came to us like,
I think I know who you're talking about.
She came to us a couple years later, and I'm like, why didn't you just say that? But
she just, like, cut y'all. Okay, that's interesting. So that's the other side of it.
Off. I was like,
so Gabby, see, when we initially proposed the question, you was like, cut him off.
Okay,
cut him off. Gabby was like, I was trying to get rid of
to me. I was like, I'm a good friend. I'm like, what the heck?
Right, it's like, this should never happen to me.
Right. Not me. I'm like, I do this to people.
Wait, what?
I'm like, this should never happen to me, but that junk was hurtful. I ain't gonna lie. It took me a good minute to get over that, but
yeah.
Go ahead. I was just about to say, I feel like friendship breakups hurt so
bro,
much.
I was sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, they hurt. Like, have you ever thought about just
You're welcome.
I feel like when I got into my relationship, my friends kind of took they stepped back. And
they was always the one trying to.
Yeah, I felt, but then I was talking to Debbie one time, and she was like, "Well, you have Jeff now," and I was like, "Okay, but I can still have you." So I was really offended, and I was like, like hurt. I was like, Debrian, I don't want to lose you, okay? Yeah. Just because I'm in a relationship doesn't mean that we can't be friends or as close as we were. And so we really had to like redefine our relationship with me being in a relationship. Because I'm like, okay, this is my girl. Okay, you my dude. So how are we all going to be together? Because
we are going to be together.
One big family.
That's funny. So Gabby, question, how would you like being on the receiving end of that, like being cut off because somebody felt like they outgrew you, not necessarily you had done something, like how would you have rather that relationship naturally?
I wish they would have just came to me and said something.
Say like what? Like what would you want that to look like?
Well, guys, I've been feeling this way, and I don't know. I just feel like you should come to the person. Mm-hmm. But maybe that person felt like they didn't need to come to us because they thought we were always good. And, you know, we were two-piece in pods in college. But I just wish they would have come to us. And then I would have had a better understanding instead of being like, right? Like, she walking past me and ain't saying, hey. Like,
oh, so she just straight ghosted y'all.
Literally, just straight ghosted us. And I was just like, well, this is different. So we had to get used to that.
This is different.
I was like, well, this is...
Did y'all ever try to reach out to her and be like, hey, what's up? Are you okay? Or y'all just kind of was like, oh, I peeped energy. I'm returning it.
It was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Or like,
what if she was waiting for y'all?
Respond?
Nah,
I mean, like, okay, but sometimes people are going through things and they just don't want to speak up, so they just kind of distance themselves. And what if she's feeling like, okay, yeah, I know I didn't talk to her, but she didn't talk to me either. You know?
Well, you said y'all tried to speak with her, and she acted like y'all didn't see, like she didn't see y'all. Cause that's different. Like if I like, hi, Nyla, you just like
it was like stone. I like I've never.
Are you guys friends now? Because I know you said she talked to you guys 2 years later.
We're cool.
It's just not. It's never the same.
Yeah, it's never the same.
I want to know what she said. Did she like flat out be like, "Hey, I just felt like I was better than y'all. Like I outgrew you guys." Like what did she say?
I can't even remember.
But that's what you got from the conversation.
No,
like I outgrew you guys.
Basically, she felt like we outgrew her.
Lit?
I don't like when people try to blame the situation on something like, yeah, I felt like you felt this way. Like, no, don't say what I felt. Like, if you feel this way, then that's you, not me. Because did I ever express that I outgrew you? Like, don't do that.
I think that's like really that. She was probably really feeling that. It's not you, it's me. That's that type of
That's what it probably was. Yeah.
Okay, so like this situation is from like a celebrity. And I just want to see what you guys would do. So do you guys remember?
What celebrity?
Do you remember Kylie Jenner and Jordan Woods, like how they were best friends?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that situation?
Yeah.
Okay, so like Chloe was dating Tristan and they had a kid together, or whatever. Jordan was at Tristan's house and like apparently
with the group
and like
it's like a game night.
And like I was listening to like the Red Table Talk and everything and like how she told like. She sat on the. Did she sit on? I don't know.
Yeah, she sat on like the arm of the chair and like he kissed her.
That wasn't Jordan's fault. That was Tristan's fault.
And they were all, had liquor in their system. And then like I felt like we all obviously don't know what happened behind the scenes, so we can only fill in the blanks. But like the whole family kind of like ghosted her, and Karen. Okay, Keshava has opinions. Like you can tell. So like I just want to hear like. We all know, like, the outcome of the situation. They're no longer friends. Yeah. But they were best friends. Like, literally living together, all of this. Like, how would you navigate that as someone so close to you?
But then their family take back the man. I just don't get
it. Right. Like, how you gonna take...
That's a whole nother...
So, let's hear it.
So, I got a lot of opinions on this.
I know.
So, to start... Y'all already know how I write for my siblings. So, like, if my siblings usually... Like, if somebody does something to hurt my siblings... It's hard for me to stay. Like, I try to get better at that, but for the most part, if my siblings cut you off, I probably cut you off too. I'm not gonna lie. I probably, there's like, maybe 0.0001% where I don't, but like most of the time I am. So that's that. So I get the sisters taking up for sisters. Jordan, if she was over Tristan's house at this party, I don't think, just one, knowing Tristan's history, all of that stuff, one, for her to be over there, I don't know if Kylie knew she was over there. I think it's weird. I think she moving funny that, if Kylie didn't even know she was over there. Especially just knowing Tristan and how Tristan is. Right. Usually it's not you just sitting on a ledge and then dude just come up and kiss you.
Completely different happened.
I don't even think that it's something completely different. I think they did Jordan. Let me start there. I think they did Jordan dirty. I think they did Jordan really dirty, especially when they when they like took Tristan back and did all that they did with Tristan and then tried to slut shame,
Yeah.
you know, Jordan. I think that was wrong. I think the way they did Jordan is wrong. I think the situation was just messy though. Like,
it was very
you shouldn't have been
messy.
over his house. That's one.
Yeah.
Especially just knowing how this dude move.
So Kylie wasn't there at all.
No, and then I don't think any of them knew that she was over there, which is kind of sort of like, that's like you going to Jeff having a party, you going to, with his friends, and you go over there with him and his boys and they girls or whatever. Nyla don't know you there, and Jeff just, it's just like, why was you there? Like, why didn't you tell me you was
Okay,
there?
but my thing is,
It's
I feel like you don't announce every single move to your friends. So it's like, okay, Kylie, by the way, I'm heading to this party tonight. Okay, I'm gonna be here this night and here this night. It's like, no, I think the story was they were at the bar and that was the after party.
Were they at the bar? Okay.
It was like they went from one location to another and it was like an after party at his house. So I feel like in that instance, and one, you shouldn't. I mean, I don't feel like you should feel obligated to announce your every single move to your friend, but like, if you're going to an after party, should you be like, hey, by the way, if you feel some type of way about me being here, like, I won't. It's like, no, you're having fun in the moment and you don't expect anything to happen.
Well, I didn't know that it happened. I thought they were like having a game night over Tristan's. And
That's how I thought.
You think celebrities have
I didn't know. Everybody has
mini
game
party
nights.
and
Game nights
kickback.
are fun. But I don't know. No, I agree. You don't announce all your moves to your friends, but I think there are certain moves that you announce. And I think if you over your best friend's cheating, her sister's cheating, you know, man's house, and you sitting on the arm of his couch, and y'all got liquor in your system, I think you.
So do y'all think they had something like? Do y'all think he flirted with her beforehand?
There was absolutely some flirting ahead of time.
Probably.
You don't just. I'm not gonna just sit here and just lean in and kiss you, Gabby. Like something was going on before that. And then I also think Jordan could have. I don't know. I think she could have saved face had she had that conversation prior to them just finding out. I don't know, because I don't know how to
the red table talk conversation.
No, because Jordan, and after he kissed her, she knew he kissed her that night. She didn't go and tell like, hey Kylie, your sister's man is moving funny.
So
I'm sitting here. He just came and
How
kissed
did
me.
everybody find out?
I think it just came out on social media. Like, you know how people are.
I can't remember how it happened. It was like text messages. I don't know how it happened.
Maybe
but Jordan
someone at
didn't
the
say.
party was just snitched or something. Like, I feel like it was just, and then through social media.
So yeah, and I think just accumulation of like one, her being there, them not knowing she was there, knowing Tristan's history, and then Jordan is not saying anything. I think it was just like, ooh, this just don't look good on your behalf. It's not a good look. Like, that's your best friend. Tell your best friend. But at the same time, Kardashians was trash for how they did her.
But like, do you think the friendship should have ended because of that?
If that's your
like, is that something that you could get past as a friend?
And when you got it,
but think about it like this: you're friends with Gabby. I'm your sister. Gabby kisses Jeff. Can you get over that within your friendship?
with my friend, no. So my thing is, if I was Kylie, I wouldn't have cut Jordan off. I think Tristan's a problem. Everybody know Tristan a problem.
Yeah.
Tristan's a cheater. Everybody know Tristan's a cheater. Like I said, I don't think if I was Kylie, I would have cut Jordan off like that.
What about you?
It'd have been a conversation.
Such a good friendship.
Could you have? I know. Like, could you have gotten over it? And it's like something like that.
I don't know what I would have done. That's a hard situation.
It is.
Because then your family looking at you sideways.
But
I just check your man. You the one who brought this cheating dude into our family. like I can't.
I'm crying.
It's like at the end of the day, Tristan is the problem.
Right, like Tristan gonna come around kiss all my friends, but you want me to cut them all off? Like
then I don't have no friends. Might as well just cut the man off at this point.
I
don't know.
Don't do that.
That's tough, but I honestly don't think Jordan. I mean, I think it was a bad look, but I don't think Jordan.
It was a lose-lose situation.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just think whether he's gonna be your friend or not, the way they did her is dirty. Like in the media and trying to slut shame her and stuff. I think that was wrong.
Yep.
Being friends or not.
Very wrong.
That's tough.
It is tough. Very
Because
tough.
I ride for my sisters more than anybody, but I don't know. Tristan was wrong in that situation. Jordan was just a little naive and a little dumb in some of what she was doing.
Yeah. But I always like put some blame on like we don't know the whole story. So maybe there were things said behind the scenes that they couldn't get past. Or
Yeah, you're right.
More things done that we know as, you
I
know.
feel like that would have played out for us more.
Maybe, I don't know.
Kardashian is like
They say everything.
they let us see everything. I don't don't even watch their show, and I know all they lines.
I do.
I like never watch their show, and I know everybody's storyline. Like,
listen, it's the drama for me. That's what I mean.
You been watching it for real?
I watched the Hulu show. I didn't watch the other show.
Oh, you did it?
No, I didn't watch the other show. I mean, I watched clips when it was like popular, and I'd be like, let me go see
Oh,
how
when she
this
was like,
played out.
I seen like the little clips on Twitter when she's like, I poured water over your clothes. Didn't you see that? I was like, no.
I did be seeing some of the petty clips like that fight between Chloe and Kim. That crap was hilarious. Can we please remake that scene? That would be so funny.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna sit there and try and separate y'all.
Can we do it? We should do it right after this.
Let's do it. Okay. And attach to the end of this.
No, we should for real. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Well,
You're alive. Okay.
Oh my gosh, you are so old.
Where did that come from?
I'm
dead. Or no, oh my gosh, let me tell y'all about Nyla.
I'm deceased. Oh
Right.
I know what she's about to say.
Let me tell y'all about Nyla. Nyla is so into this that she don't even laugh no more. Like, you say something funny, she'll be like, LOL. Like, why did you laugh?
LOL. I know. Because it is so funny because one time I was like, Keshava, WID sent more.
Right.
I know what it meant.
I was like, what?
Because I like talking and texting now.
Right.
And the funny thing is, a lot of the things that I say start from making fun of people. Like, I started calling Jeff honey because we were making fun of like older couples calling each other honey. It was like, oh, that's so irritating, honey. So now I call him honey. And then like this whole like not this or it's the blank for me. Like it started off by making fun of people, and now it's become part of my my lingo. It's social media.
What's that that thing that you're saying?
Period. 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 Bro, me and Jeff answer the phone like this. Oh, hey, CC, period. Period.
That crap is so. My bag is period. Your bag is period. Period.
And then her tongue period.
It just be like.
I can't.
It just be coming in and out.
Like a frog period.
I know, and then she's so like straight faced about it.
I know.
Not laughing at
She's
all.
serious, like,
oh, Keshava wouldn't know.
Brit Barbie.
Keshava wouldn't know because she's not on social media anymore. But a bunch of people are doing verses
Oh, did you
to
see
her.
Chloe?
Yes.
Did you see
Chloe Loki killed it, and then Regine.
Regine,
She
yeah.
did
What?
If I send it to you, you can't see it because you're not on social media.
Okay, just tell me. I can try to find it on
You just
YouTube.
upload it or pull it up.
Yeah, I can find it on YouTube. Oh my
I gotta
gosh,
show you. I will, because that was hilarious. Like when I saw that, I saw it on Kara's story at first, and I was dying. When I tell you, I was like, Jeff, oh my goodness, listen to this new artist. I was like, she is killing it. And then Jeff looked at me with a straight ass face, like, why did you have me?
That song go hard though. Like it really be in my head.
And I was telling him, I was like, she wants somebody to sample her song in the back of the music, and I was like, Drake's song, You Got Me Feeling Emo. You know how that's on a loop behind it, and I was like, she wants that to be on a loop behind somebody's song.
I don't know if she gonna get that. She might get like somebody like what's that girl that made It's Friday, Rebecca Black or something.
I remember that. Yeah.
She might get an artist like that to do something with it, but she's not gonna get
An artist like that.
She probably not gonna get no serious artist.
Man, period. Anyway,
I just want to know, what is bag? Like, your bag is period and
Keshava, do you really not know what bag is?
like purses. She talking about money. Like
Your bag? That's what
she said. She goes, your bag is period and my bag is period. Like what? I guess I don't even know what period and period means either.
Okay, so like period and means like it's not that. Period means like that's the period.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
No, you gotta listen to her lyrics. Like your bag is period and like okay,
like your bag is
my bag is
period.
Yeah. Period and period like
Period.
And it was funny because one of the people that did a verse to it, like the way they ended it was like, you coming over, but it sucked because I'm on my period and period. That is funny. Yeah, it was just funny. Like internet is hilarious sometimes.
It is. It's funny. It's fun.
All the good videos.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, Keshava, we loved having you on our podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening.
Joining.
I made it through. I was so scared I was gonna have nothing to say.
Oh my gosh.
Conversation.
I know, literally an after conversation. And she was talking up a storm. I mean, we learned a lot about you. She was a superwoman. She can't keep friends. I'm just kidding. But make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. My Instagram is @NylaCali. TikTok @NylaCali.
My Instagram is deactivated. No, I'm just joking. But I think it's like _Shava with two A's, like 3 A's. SHAVAAA, I think.
It don't got
underscore first. No,
okay.
Just underscore first. Yeah.
Follow her _Shava. We'll put that on the screen and we'll put that in the description for you podcast listeners.
And mine is _GBH4. THEE.GABBY. and shop Judy Fitness.
She said it like she was an MC.
I know.
Gotta add all of them in there.
Right. Well, thank you guys again for listening to our podcast. We hope you guys come back next week for our next episode. Yay. All right, see you guys next time. This is the Naturally Us podcast, and we're out.
Episode 3, yeah.
Oh yeah, what? See us next week on episode 3.
Oh, this is 2. Okay.
This is episode 2. Okay, and we're out. Bye.
Bye.
Period.
Period.
Period. Period. Period.
My bag is period.
Your bag is period. 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 We need to make a girls group.